Hi everyone, this is Arun Reddy here. Welcome to my YouTube channel Arun Reddy Tech for You. And in this video, our today's topic is table, and we are going to learn how to create and edit a table, and difference between array and table, and how to use VLOOKUP with multiple tables. So friends, if you're watching my video first time and if you want to learn Excel, you can go through my channel playlist. In playlist, you can find Excel for beginners, which contains 33 videos, and Excel level 2, which is advanced Excel, which contains 58 videos. And if you don't want to miss my video, please subscribe my channel and don't forget to like and share my videos. Coming to Excel, you can see here there is a student table which contains roll number, name and marks. Now I want to convert this into a table. So to convert, first select whole cells. Okay, go to the insert tab. In insert tab you will find a table option, or you can also do it by using a shortcut key Control T. Okay, so let me click on table, and when I click on table, it is showing my table has header. So I want to select because I have a header, so I will just select and click OK. Nice. Now you can see it has converted into a table. When it has converted into a table, you can see here by default it has a sorting and filtering options. Suppose if you don't want the sorting and filtering options, you can go to here. You can see there is a filter button. If you unselect this one, see, now it has gone. So suppose if you want, again you just select, see, you got it. Nice, right? And you can see here there is a header row option. So if you unselect, automatically your header will vanish. So if you select, nice, it has came back. Okay, so there is the other options called banded row and banded column. What banded row and banded column means, it will color the alternative rows or columns. For example, you can see here banded row is selected. Suppose if I unselect the banded rows, you can see now every cell is in the white color. Suppose if I select again banded rows, again alternative rows are colored with the blue color. And if I remove banded rows and if I select banded columns, what happens? You can see here alternative columns are colored with the blue color. So let me unselect the banded columns also. There is another option called total row. What this total row will do, if you select this one, automatically it will total the marks. You can see here that there's a total of the, sorry, there's a column with the marks, right? So it will calculate all the column, right? So let me select the total. Nice. Now you can see it is showing total as 751. Okay, not only total, you can see here there is a arrow button. If you click, you can find a different options. You can also find average, or if you want to find the maximum also you can select. So if I select maximum, see, it is showing 98. See, 98 is the highest marks. And not only in this cell, if you want the total, sorry, if you want to implement the formulas on the name column also, you can do it. Just select below the name column, and you can see here there is another arrow option. Just select the arrow option and you can see. Suppose if I want to see how many students are there, so I will just select the count, and you can see here it is showing 11. So total 11 students are there. Nice, right? So if you unselect the row, automatically it will go. So I will just unselect. Nice. Now you can also see when I click on the table, the design option will appear, and when I click outside the table, design option will vanish. So let me select on the table, and coming to the design option, you can see here there are different designs. Not only the blue color, if you want, you can also select orange, or you can also select black, or red, blue, violet. Different colors are there. Okay, so you can choose it. And coming to, you can see here there's a corner. By default the table name is table 15. Suppose if you want to change to the student, suppose I want to change the table name into student, just select and type student, enter, done. Now you can see my student, sorry, my table name is student. And suppose if you want to resize, there is an option called resize. Okay, if you click on this, see, now suppose if you don't want the last row, you just select top or all the above rows and just leave the last row, and click OK. See, automatically what happens, the border's gone, right? So that means your last row is been unselected. Okay, so let me undo this by using Ctrl Z. Okay, so this is how we can add a rows or columns. Suppose if I don't want marks column also, I can do it by using resize table. So there is another option called summarize with pivot table. So if you click this one, see it is also providing us a pivot table. So if I click OK, automatically it will create a pivot table. So let me close this one. So next option, you can see here remove duplicate values. You can see here intentionally I have created a duplicate value. You can see 107 Hemant 98. Here also 107 Hemant 98. So if I click remove duplicates, what it will do? It will remove the last row. So let us see. So I'll just click here on the remove duplicate and click OK. See what it is saying: one duplicate value found and removed. Now 10 unique values remain. So let me click OK, and you can see here now instead of 11 I have only 10. That means one duplicate value is removed. Nice, right? So let us move to the next option. You can see here convert range to. What is this option is? Suppose if you don't want the table and you want to convert into a normal range, so what we will do, you just select table and go to the convert range and click yes. So when you click yes, you can see here now if I click on the table, it is not showing the design option. That means now it is not a table and it is converted into the normal range, right? So this is how we can remove the table option. So let us once again create a table. So just select, this time I am going to use shortcut key, so Control T. So I will use Control T shortcut key and yes, table header, click OK, and I will go to the design. In the design again I will just remove the table 16 and I will type student. Okay, student, enter. Nice. Once again I am back to my table. Now let us see what is the advantages we have with the table. For example, we generally use VLOOKUP with array, right? So let us use the VLOOKUP with array and let us use VLOOKUP with table and let us find what is the difference between an array and table. Okay. Now what I will do, you can see here there is a serial number, so it should be roll number. So let me type roll number. Okay, right. So now you can see here it's a roll number, and with the help of roll number I want to find the name. Okay, so here I am going to use array and next I am going to use table. So first let me use array. So I will type is equal to VLOOKUP, okay, sorry, is equal to VLOOKUP. So what I will do, first lookup value. So what I want to search, roll number, right? So based on roll number, what I want to get, I want get the name, right? So first I have to select the whole table. Okay, so by using array, right? So now I have used array to select the table, comma, second column, comma, 0, that means exact match. So let me close, enter. Nice, I got the answer Mishra. So same I want to use in the same I want to do in with the help of table. So let us see how we can do it. So I will type is equal to VLOOKUP, first lookup value, comma, next this time I will simply type student. So let me type student. Okay, so student, comma, so instead of selecting a table, what I have done, I simply typed student. Okay, so next column, so column second, next absolute, right? So sorry, approximate match, right? So 0, enter. See, I got the same result. So either you use array or table, both will find you, sorry, both will give you the same result. Now suppose if I drag down, let us see what happens. See, I'm getting error. Why I'm getting error? Because I didn't lock the array, right? So let me lock by using function F4 and click enter. Now let me drag. Nice, now I got the right answer, right? So 103 Mishra, 101 Bhavani and 102 Soumya, right? Suppose in the table if I drag directly, see, I got the right answer. Now here it doesn't show any error because when we are using table name, the the relative reference will not change. Okay, so it will be same. So we will not have any problem when we are using table. The other advantage of table is, suppose if you are using two different sheet, for example, you can see here my student table is in student sheet and I am searching VLOOKUP value in the student 2 sheet. My table is in student sheet and I am searching VLOOKUP in the student 2 sheet. So in this situation, if I use array, what happens? And let us see if I use table, what happens. For example, if I am using array, so I will type is equal to VLOOKUP and what is the lookup value? B5 comma table array. So for table array, I have to go to the student sheet. Now I have to select the whole table and you can see here in the formula bar. Now I will just keep comma. So now I have selected whole table, okay, and after comma second column, right? So I will type 2 comma 0 and close bracket, enter. See, now I got the answer Mishra. So in the array, what happened? We have to go to the student sheet. There we have to select. But what happens if it is a table? You have to just type directly is equal to VLOOKUP, select the row number, comma. Now directly I will type student. When I type student, automatically it will understand that student is nothing but a table name, comma, second column, comma, 0, close bracket, enter. See. So again, if you want to drag, again go to the array and fix the array by using function F4, and click enter. Now drag it. But what happens with the name? Sorry, what happens with the table? You just drag it and we will get the right answer. So there are some other advantages of a table. For example, if you want to go to the table directly, you can see here there's a name box. If you click on arrow, you will find in name students. If you click student, see directly you will go to the student table. So there are different advantages we have by using table. So let us move to the next one. Coming to the next sheet, now I want to implement VLOOKUP on multiple tables. You can see here there are 3 tables this time. Okay, so you can see first year, second year, and third year table. And now you can see here I want to get the name based on roll number and year. Now additional column is added. Now I based on the roll number and year I want to get the name. Okay, so to get the name, what we have to do? First we have to create the tables, right? So let us go to the first year, select the whole first year, go to the insert button, click on table and click OK. So now table is created and rename the table as first. So let me type first, enter. Nice. Now I am done with the first year. Let us go to the second year. Again select, go to the insert button, click on table, click on OK. Again change the name as second. So I'll type second, enter. Nice. Now let us go to the third year. Again select the table, go to the insert tab, click on table, click OK, and again change the name as third. Okay, now I am done with the changing, right? So here I have created first year table, second year table, and third year table. Okay, so now I want to find the first year student roll number 102. So let us implement the VLOOKUP and let us see how we can get the answer. So I will type is equal to VLOOKUP. In the VLOOKUP, what is the lookup value? I am searching for roll number 102. So where I am searching, in which table? Now I am going to use indirect function. What indirect function will do? It will take the first name as a table name and it will go to the particular table. Okay, indirectly it will go to the table, right? So let us see how we can implement. So I will type indirect and I will select the cell where I have to select B14. So now what indirect is doing? It is going to the B14. It is taking the value as first, and after taking the first value it will go to the table first, because first is the table name, right? So it will go to the table and it will search 102 in the table first year, right? So let me keep comma, second column, exact match. So 0, close bracket, enter. Nice. Now you can see it is showing first year 102 roll number Soumya, right? Suppose if I change the first year into the second year and if I change the roll number, so let me type second. Okay, second, right? So let me go to the roll number and if I change roll number as 203, let us assume 203, enter. See, Aisha Fatima. So you can see here it is showing the right result. Suppose if I go to the third year, let me type third. Okay, and here I will type 305. Okay, 305. Okay, So 305 you can see Rajit Raj, right? So we get right answer, right? So what is happening here? Indirect function is helping us to move to the particular table, okay? And what lookup value is doing? It is searching within the table, right? So indirect function is helping us to move to the different tables, and lookup value is helping us to search the roll number and get the name. Nice, right? So this is how we can implement VLOOKUP on multiple tables. So friends, hope you have understood. Thank